Hey everyone, Ariel Adams here with aBlogtoWatch. Please subscribe to our videos on YouTube and like this video if you find it useful. This is a review of one of the new Bulova Accutron II models. If you recall, early in 2014 we debuted the Accutron II Alpha, which was kind of a modern version of the Bulova Accutron Space View from 1960 and the 60s that was so popular because of the exposed dial showing the tuning fork movement. There's a lot to explain here. First of all, let me tell you the precise name. I actually kept a sticker on the back because this watch doesn't have, other than Accutron 2, a specific name, so I'll just use the model number, which is right here. It is the Bulova 96B213. So what are you looking at here? First of all, you have some of the sort of new look of Bulova watches, going back to classic, very traditional, but attractive. The case is sort of a cushion style case. There is actually a perfectly round version of this, but I prefer this one because it's a little bit more distinct. And the dial is actually round, so it's easy to see. 42 millimeters wide. Good looking dial, legible. Relatively slim case given the movement. So what is Accutron 2? So this isn't a tuning fork watch, and it's not a mechanical watch, it's a quartz watch, but you can see that it does have a sweeping seconds hand. So what's going on here? So many people know about Bulova's Precisionist movements. A few years ago, Bulova came out with a new type of quartz movement called the Precisionist. It was very accurate, accurate to about 5 to 10 seconds a year, had a sweeping seconds hand. It had a 3-pronged versus 2-pronged quartz crystal, much higher frequency, and a battery life of about 2 years. The problem with the Precisionist watches and the original Precisionist movement is that it was very thick. It needed a very big battery because the high frequency and constantly sweeping seconds hand drained a lot of power. So in order to make it smaller, what Bulova had to do was slow down the frequency a little bit, but this watch is still several times more accurate than a standard quartz watch, which is accurate to about 15 seconds a month. This is accurate to maybe a few seconds a month, less than 1 minute a year. So this is going to have superior accuracy to a normal quartz watch, which again is still very accurate, and it's going to have that sweeping seconds hand, and it's going to have a 2-year battery life and a size which for many people is much more wearable than the original Precisionist model. So that's basically what Accutron 2 is. Bulova is still calling it a Precisionist movement, and it technically is. It's just going to have a modified frequency so that the size of the case is going to be smaller. And I think that there's a really good blend here of features. I happen to like this a lot. I'm not really kind of a traditional or classic or dress watch guy, but this one has sort of enough of a flair to it. And what I like is you see here I guess you could say the older Bulova logo, which is actually of a tuning fork, which they're only going to use for the Accutron 2 collection. It's not a tuning fork watch. It is a quartz watch, but it sort of brings back the heritage of the tuning fork movements because they came out prior to quartz movements. They did have sweeping seconds hands. So now this is sort of the rebirth of that concept. So that's why you have that older Accutron logo there, and then you have it on the strap. Pretty cool buckle actually here on the strap. Strap is nice, steel case. There's different versions of the dial, but overall I felt there was a nice blend here. Very attractive, symmetrical dial. You have a large aperture there for the date. Hands are loomed, easy to see. Just a nice blend of features I think will work well, especially for the price. The retail price of this Bulova 96B213 is a retail price of $450. I'm sure the street price is going to be a little bit less than that, but overall, really good for what you get if you want a very durable, very reliable range of watches. This is going to come in sport watches, other dress watches, many different things for 2014 in the Accutron 2 collection. I just sort of wanted to show you this one to show that it's not just the sort of very modern looking Precisionist models and the sports chronographs. It's also things like this. You can see the full review of the Bulova Accutron 2 watch on aBlogtoWatch soon. Thanks.